Hello?
Hello there.
Hello. Happy Thursday. Welcome to a stream where we shall fly in airplanes. Yeah, brilliant. Hope you're all keeping well. Tonight we're going to be flying out of new Chitose, or is it Chitose? Roboson, all the way down to Haneda in Tokyo, and taking the 737 MAX. Looking forward to this one. And we've no ATC coverage from VATSIM, so we shall use SayIntentions. We have a groupie flight set up. It's over in the live alerts or stream alerts on Discord if you want to fly along. Free bro is move over in the bed, will you? He's after taking me thingy majig. Get right. Gibbo checked in from München in Deutschland. That is good, yeah? Good man yourself. But yeah, we need Febro just to move over to the next. Yeah, hop on over there as a good fella, will you? There's not enough room at this stand for the two of us. Yeah, brilliant. But anyway, yes, we do have a flight plan. It has been filed and expected about the bones of 2 hours, right? And we also have our contingent flying on VATSIM, so we're going to be checking in with the lads. This is like the opportune time if you want to learn how to fly online. SayIntentions is just an incredible induction point of figuring out how to be able to fly online with VATSIM, with real world controllers, human controllers. So you get a lot of experience flying with the likes of SayIntentions to build up not necessarily just your confidence, but your competency, because you're well able to multitask. You're able to deal with ATC, you're able to fly the aircraft, manage your systems, and then SayIntentions can really crank it up there. They can add in additional workloads when it comes to your crew, the ground, in particular the ramp, right? And also your co-pilot. But at the same time, you can offload some of those tasks. If you find yourself getting a little bit overwhelmed, you can ask your co-pilot to look after all the ATC. You just fly the plane, but you're able to listen in. And one thing about ATC, when you're new to it, if you're new to flying online, you know, like I was at the start, I'm like, how am I ever going to manage this? How do they know what to say and how to say it? And why do they speak so fast? Right. It's quite repetitive. Now, it kind of varies from region to region. There's different procedures, there's different rules that govern some of the repetitiveness, right? Things like automatic handover. Do I talk to this guy yet? Do I not talk to this guy yet? So that kind of depends region to region, right? And that's where a little bit of study comes in. But in saying that, as I said, using SayIntentions, it's just a great way to get you up and running. And then, you know, a couple of flights in, you're going to have the confidence to be able to communicate with ATC and just start flying. It's an amazing way to expand what we have in flight sim. Think about it. We have our general aviation, choppers, business jets, commercial airliners. We have our group flights. Then you can go with ATC and you can even expand that into missions. It's absolutely brilliant. Right. So that's the story here now. We're on the ground and it's a very early morning and it's foggy. Exactly what we had planned or exactly what we looked at when we were planning this flight earlier on this afternoon. Right. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So we're in the 737 MAX. This is from iFly, and let us see what happens. Right. You're all very welcome in. You're all very welcome in. And if you have any questions, especially if if you're thinking about you want to be able to fly on VATSIM, if you have any questions, ask. Also, the guys are in our VATSIM voice channel. They'll help you out. Jump on in, have a listen to what they're doing. Because there's no ATC coverage on VATSIM, if the guys are flying using VATSIM, they're on advisory or Unicom, they have to communicate to each other. Thus, that increases their own workload. So they got to be able to communicate to themselves, giving each other proper spacing and also announcing where they are and what are they doing, right? We've covered a fair bit of the VATSIM stuff over the years, right? We've done 3 courses. And I think anyone who's interested in getting started will reach out once again and find a group of folks who would like to take their simulation hobby to the next step. Do you know what I mean? The tools we've used over the years between Gibbo and Rambog creating stuff that we could use, we were able to include Xbox pilots, right? And also all the course materials, which we got loads of help from all our ATC controllers with Adam, with Scott, the other Adam, Josh, all the lads as well. Plus the Limbics was able to read all over it to make sure I wasn't a complete idiot. So it was very much a community effort, but we've a lot of new folks in our community now. So I don't want you thinking that, the lads have gone too far ahead. You know what I mean? We'll always bring it back to make sure that no one is left behind, except for Muse fan. What are the lads saying? I can see the VATS. I can't see the VATSIM voice channel. We just broke it. Wait now. Naughty Gnome. What did he do now? Rolls. He's after breaking it. Look. VATSIM. Yes. Naughty, you're after breaking something. You have all the correct ones. You lost the cadet roll. Oh, hang on. Oh, good man, Naughty. Good man, Naughty. Yeah. Try it now, you big idiot. Try now. Naughty, try it now. I think we have it sorted. But anyway, let's see what the story is. So yeah, so Febro, you're here in the chat. You're loaded in at the same stand as me. Would you mind terribly shuffling over one spot? Please, because your aircraft is in my aircraft. We're flying this using Groupie, so it's SayIntentions. The advantage to this is we don't need to rely on Microsoft servers. You can just connect to Groupie. The code is TTM. You can come fly with us, right? SayIntentions is free in terms of the Groupie element. You can access all of this for free. You're able to see other multiplayer traffic who are connected to SayIntentions. We can even talk to one another. Now, you won't get the ATC, but if you listen in tonight, you'll get an idea of what it is. Or you're going to push back. Sound, not a bother at all. Good man yourself. So we're going to go through our full flight. We'll call for clearance. We'll get our pushback and then we'll go out on the departure and see what we can do. The weather forecast is pretty much what we thought. We're planning on runway 19 right for a departure. I think our cruise altitude is flight level 360 and it's about a block of about 150. An hour 50, something like that. But we're going to be keeping a close eye, English Murph, a close eye on the lads who are flying down using VATSIM as well. So here we are. Are we all well? Brilliant. Right, we'll ramble into the chat. We're going to say hello to peoples and then we'll get ourselves up and running. So, Mrs. TPHI, you're very welcome back. You're very ups to down. Good to see you. Commander Balash is here. Welcome back. Colonel Fork. Well. Maybe it was all right. I reckon now Matthew McConaughey, Colonel Fork, I'm just saying now, you know, your the image. Good to see you. Retriever Neil is back. Febro, good to see you, buddy. Who else came in? Ian Sandy is here. Welcome in. Malky Mac, good evening. Creo, hello to County Mayo. Hermit Something from Baston, a very good afternoon. I'm Pierce, good evening. Eamon 1973 is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Two Dogs, a very good afternoon. Now, let me see. Elric is here. The Boise, of course. Home Wrecker checking in from Cork. Elric checking in from Birmingham. You're very welcome in, lads. Mac Vision is here. Idle Cutoff. Cambridge calling. Hello from Tipperary. 17 degrees. 17 degrees. 22 in the man cave. Ideal conditions. The ideal conditions as things are, you know. Good man, Febro. Brilliant. We're getting to it now, right? Streamer Viz checking in from Donegal. Good day to you. Hope all is well. Hello from down the country. Sumner is in the chat. Welcome in, buddy. Hope all is well. APU Inspector. Happy Thursday, Murph in chat. The weekend is closing in fast. Oh, you better believe. You better believe. Sunjammer's in the house. Good to see you, bud. Who else come in here now? Look, DeRuiter is here. Spitfire RAF 100 is in the chat. Happy Thursday. Latka is here. Good evening. Uniform Goose. Good day, Goose. Welcome in. Welcome in. Now, Viper Strike is here. Just around 1,200 nautical miles away towards Dublin. You're on a long-haul flight from Shanghai. Viper, that's some serious trekking. Good stuff out of you. Visualize, good evening. Now, let's have a look. 98 Vulcan is here. Greetings all from a chilly Gosford, Australia. 7 degrees. 7. Stu Snape, good to see you, Stu. Happy Thursday, buddy. You're very welcome in. Where's this now? DeRuiter says, evening Murph and Fireflies, and so we go towards the next heat wave. Did you see, I saw it on Sky News. Yeah, right. I saw it on Sky News. The Danube, because there's fierce drought over that neck of the woods. They found a whole load of German warships that were sank as the Russians were coming over. Just have a look on Sky News, right? Mad stuff, Ted. But also power plants having to shut down because there's not enough water to keep them cool. It's in a terrible jock, lads, the weather, right? So we're wishing everyone well and that they're safe. Sir Camsalot is here. AJH man, happy Thursday. Stick Figure, very good day to you. Rob MCR is in the house. JP Gaming, good to see you. Willow How Much is here. Welcome in, lads, welcome in. Yeah, the bot doesn't know where Kerry is, seemingly. Uh-oh. Cracker, welcome aboard. Death's Angel is checking in from Cape Town. Good to see you, bro. Visualize, welcome, welcome. Gibbo is checking in from München in Deutschland. Man yourself, Gibbo. Brilliant. Airlock Dock heatwave is broken. Time to celebrate. Nights under 23 degrees are here again. Great news. Mugan is here. Good evening. Strap21. Hola. Welcome in, buddy. Where's this now? The mic anxiety is real, says Latka. Thankfully, the VATSIM folks are mostly helpful if they know you're new. Yeah, and like there are events on VATSIM. Boston Virtual did a great one with Wings over New England, and it's designed to help folks start off, right? But as I say, like, you have an advantage using SayIntentions. They don't care, right? It's no one's going to give out to you. And even if they do, it's Arita's only AI. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I remember like the very first time I flew on an online network, way back in the day, it was on Pilot Edge. And it was Oceano to, it was the first flight in Pilot Edge before the old S ratings. It was it Oceano to San Luis? And literally sat on the ground for about 20 minutes, waiting to hit the push to talk. And then I did, you know, November 235, right? You're absolutely terrified. I actually saved that record. I have it somewhere. I saved the first recording because I hit record because I wanted to say I listen back to this now, and you know, and it's just funny. But everyone goes through it. When you see people who are quite competent with ATC, they're just rattling things off. It's only because they're doing it for so long. It becomes kind of muscle memory. Do you know what I mean? So we all have to go through it. So never worry. Do you know? Ascari Wolf is here. Good to see you. Looking forward to this flight. I did it on the C3PO 777. Ooh, nice. I've only one audio output. Where's this now? Do I listen to Murphy waffling or the good old chaps on Discord? Homewrecker, you could do both. I'm telling you can do both. Get yourself a program such as Wave software. It's free from Elgato, and you can have many audio outputs. Very handy. Wave, it's called. Give that an old bash, right? Sim Guy is here for 16 months. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers, buddy. Incredible support as always. Your voice is sounding rough, Murph. Have you been shouting? No, tis all kind of crackly, and we don't know why. Usually it's down here and it sounds more stronger. But at the moment it's up here and it's a little bit kind of, you know. I put it down to air conditioning and airplanes over the last couple of days. Right, do you know? But I'm all right. But thanks for thinking. You're very kind. Do you know? Thinking of me. You know, brilliant. We can feel the love. Or you're going to follow with a slagging. Right, one of those. Anyway, let's have a look here. Buttons. Linny Bobbins, 'tis herself. The weather on the island sucks tonight. I'm sat in the tent knitting. Janie. Do you knit with your left hand or your right hand? And do you find that you tap your feet while you knit? Yeah, right. I bet you do. Now, let me see. Toto 2495, losing faith in this PC, blue screen, all attempts have failed, so looks like another wipe and start from scratch. Ah, jeez. What happened? A blue screen, Toto. Have you done anything with hardware? You poor old devil. Hello to you and the missus, by the way. And if you're stuck with that in bud, drop me a DM. We'll try and troubleshoot it, right? Ascari was in Dublin Zoo yesterday. They've all the Lego animals on display until the 30th of the month. Super worth it to see them. Lego animals, though. Did they charge you admission into the zoo to look at Lego animals? I mean, hang on a second. I could do that. I could make Lego animals. Yes, come on into the zoo. Come on into the zoo. It's in the garden. Charge admission. Right. Oh, yes, it's a giraffe. I'm telling you, we'd have great fun. Right, Muse fan is here. Good to see you, Muse. Happy Thursday. Now, let me see. The buttons. Streamer Vids is checking in from that place in Wales that I can't pronounce. That's brilliant. Muse fan from North Dublin, says Homewrecker. Jeez, that's terrible, isn't it? Vulcan checking in from Sydney. Now, let me see. Martin Kerry Aviation. Yes, you put in Kerry instead of Kerry, and it confused the bot. Right? But it's good to see you, bud. I realise losing to Mayo was tough, but no need to jump country. Poor old devil, Martin. Poor old devil. But anyway, where's this now? Gotta find that recording, Murph, you know, for science. I have it somewhere, Gibbo. Yeah, it's class. It's years old. It's like 2014 or something, 2013. It is old now, right? On holiday in Batman, Turkey. The village Robin is next door, while the Joker is further up the coast. Says Eamon. Interesting, right? Post-holiday grogginess. Well, not really groggy. It's just, it's just my voice, you know. I want to learn SayIntentions, but don't know where to start, says Goose. Start here, right? There's a full induction video. They have a massive how-to series, right? They have the knowledge base. And if you do want to start it from scratch, let us know, and we can do a full kind of, this is your settings, this is how you get flying. The app will tell you itself anyway, but yeah, dude, it's a lot of fun. How was the adulting for you between the streams? Right, you know, it was all right. I had to do like adult things, you know, like have lunch and general, you know, adult things. But yes, all is well now. Now we get to fly. I don't tap while I knit. I can knit left or right, and I talk a lot to myself about the pattern when I knit. Now, there's an insight. Thank you, Linny. One Foxy Bingo, Gav, welcome in. The Mac Loop was amazing. Ooh, did you see, were there any planes up there? Whenever I ever gave you a slagging. That's right, Elric. Never. Dan is here. He goes, oh God, A220 is just a headache at the minute. Oh no, what happened to you, Dan? Dan, did you break it? They're not extra. I saw plenty of real animals. The polar bear had over 100,000 pieces in it. That's a pretty big polar bear. Jesus. The wiki is extensive, yes. Yeah, 100% Goose. We'll get you up and running, right? Just follow what Murph does here tonight. Well, except for the landing and the takeoff and everything in between. Yes. I'll show you through it, right? Doc Nader, good evening. Use your co-pilot and mentor. It'll help you in SayIntentions. You can give the radios to the co-pilot and he or she will do everything. They will. And your mentor will actually explain each phase of the flight. It's very, very good. Plus, if we're doing a group flight, we can talk to the lads, you know, press some buttons and talk to each other. So we can help each other along as well. It's friggin' awesome. Absolutely awesome. Right, we'll come over here now. Look, we're nearly ready to go. Dave JSB. Good evening, Dave. Welcome in. Northland Air. Good to see you, buddy. Who's this now? The Mad Battler. No, the Mad Dabbler. Welcome in. Kubi Montana, good to see you. Shamrock Minimums is in the house. Dave Cleary. Legend Dave. Welcome back, Dave. Good to see you, bud. Who else? Roll Tide, good evening. Angels 15 is here. Sir Beaky, you're very welcome aboard. Lads, a very happy Thursday, and I hope you're all keeping well. Now, there's one, before we start, there is one thing. SayIntentions, when it comes to some of the Asian voices, there is a lack of these models that AI trains and learns and develops different accents. And it is an area that they're looking at because they know, you know, they want to work on it. So we shan't get too excited, you know, if we hear different accents. Right, I'm just warning you, but they are aware of it. It is something they're trying to do. It's a limitation of where kind of AI voice modeling is. It was actually, it's an interesting topic because as we fly with SayIntentions, we have an option in the pilot portal to share our voice, right? In which then the AI system can learn different regional accents, which is pretty cool, right? But there is a sheer lack from Asia, right? And that's from the commercial side and also the user side. But they are working on it. So it'll be interesting to see where we are tonight on this, the 6th of August, in the year of the big wind, 2026. It'll be interesting to look back in a couple of months and do a comparison. Do you know what I mean? But it is an area they're working on, which is also great because usually we haven't a clue what they're working on. They're so fast. Feature, this, update, you know, wow, what did they do? Right. So at least now we have an idea. Oh. They're looking at this thinking, yes, we can do something, right? So that's where it is, or that's where it's at with the different accents. We'll see how we get on, right? You're you're a voice for mentorship on the crew options. I think I am. Yes, you can pick Murph. Don't listen to him though; he's an idiot. But yes, I should be there, homewrecker. As if you know this wasn't enough, you can fly with me in your own private time, and I'll say things, you know. But anyway. Let's see what the crack is. Murph is a mentor. I know. Brian said this to me ages ago. Did he say it to me at Expo? Brian from SayIntentions. He's like, Murph, we're making you sound intelligent. You should be thanking us. I was like, thanks. Brilliant, right? Absolutely brilliant. You know some stuff, Murph. And it's because of us. I was like, right? Thanks. Brilliant. Right, brilliant. But anyway, that's what I said. It was RJ's. Right, we'll get up and running here. I'm going to press some buttons. This one and this one, and we'll ramble over. Oh, we have ATC talking already. This is great. So let's see what the crack is here now. So we're in a 737 MAX, right? Here's a thought. Go to the local Chinese takeaway. You could. Next thing you'll know, we'll have Murph as an AI cardiologist assistant, right? Jesus. How does it make you feel? Lower. How does it make you feel? Right. Brilliant. But Murph sounds, well, professional with SayIntentions. Very questionable here, though. Yes, indeed. Right. Great bunch of lads. Anyway, let's move on. So, to get us up and running prior to our departure, right, the first thing we've done, we have filed a flight plan. So we do it the very same way. In SimBrief, we put in our credentials, our flight number, our call sign, our departure, our arrival, and Naughty Gnome does that for us every week when he builds up these VATSIM flights, right? So we just pop them in. And then we can see our cruise altitude, so our initial altitude, our cruise profile, which is a cost index, right? We can see the number of passengers, weight and balance, average winds, wind component, is it a tailwind or a headwind, our routing. And once we generate the flight, down the very bottom of the page, you have this little area where you can pre-file it on a network. Now, usually if you're going to fly in VATSIM, you'll click on VATSIM, that opens up a new page and off you go. Or if you can see where it has SayIntentions, you can pre-file this on SayIntentions. Now, you don't have to do it this way. SayIntentions will pick it up from your SimBrief integration back in your pilot portal, but I always do it this way. I just run it through my own checklist. Have I pre-filed the flight? Because you want to get into that habit of, in real aviation, anything you're going to do with the airplane, you're going to pre-file a flight plan. Unless you're VFR in some countries. However, some countries require you now to file for VFR, which is interesting. P.S. Mirandai, good to see you, buddy. Can we get you to do the voice in Google Maps? Turn left, right? And then when you get there, turn around again. Right. Brilliant. So anyway, SimBrief is the first bit of the jigsaw. When we look at SayIntentions, we have some options in here. Again, we have all of the information with the knowledge base and the learning center, right? That's all available for us we can use. So what we want to do, we're going to set up our aircraft call sign. We can lock this directly to SimBrief, or we can use a custom one. So my custom one, I literally type in Firefly 235. Now, we don't say 5. The reason being is ATC follows the phonetic alphabet, and when it comes to pronunciations, it kind of has a different way of saying certain things. So 5 is actually 5. There's one for you now, right? And then sometimes you might get a short call sign, right? We're going to leave this on the long call sign just for now, but this is where we can do it. Now, also tonight, I'm running traffic injection. This is going to bring in some traffic, which is scheduled traffic the SayIntentions get. It's gate information, so they know the airline, they know the departure, arrival, they know the times, they know all of this stuff. Now, because we're very early bells here in Japan, if you go with the AI expansion pack, which gives you a lot more bells and whistles, they have what's called traffic density. So because we're here in Japan and it's early morning, it's not going to be very busy. With Traffic Plus, that will increase the number of aircraft movements. Say, for example, your local airport, there's no operations between midnight and 5 a.m. If you use Traffic Plus and you turn it on, that will create movements between midnight and 5 a.m. You understand? So that's what traffic density does. I might bring it down a little bit. In actual fact, I'll leave it off now because time of day, there's going to be enough schedules leaving here, right? What else do we have here? On the realism settings, tonight we're doing something different. I usually lock the runway assignments to SimBrief. So if I file for this runway for takeoff and for landing, I want SayIntentions to lock it to what I've filed on SimBrief. Now that's not very realistic, but I like it because it means I've less to worry about. Tonight we're going to keep it real. So ATC will assign a departure and an arrival based on what's happening in the real world, in quotation marks, because it's based on the information that SayIntentions can pull that's available to them when they know there's been a change of an airport. Sometimes it's based on weather, sometimes it's operational, right? So that's what we're going to do tonight. So with all that set up and running, we're also in Groupie. And we've seen groupie before. This is the multiplayer element. Now, if anyone's wondering, how does ATC work with groupie? At the moment, it doesn't. There is no way that SayIntentions can handle multiplayer aircraft inside an ATC environment. It's something they would love to do, but that's further down the track. So be aware of that. It cannot give sequencing to multiplayer traffic inside an injected AI environment. Limitations with technology, lads, right? However, we can still utilize this, and this is great. We can see we got a lot of folks flying with us this evening. We have Jason, we've a good few here, lads. This is great to see. And we can also see where they're flying from. Now, another huge advantage to using SayIntentions, you can use this in conjunction with VATSIM, with vPilot. If we're at an airport with no ATC coverage, SayIntentions, they'll carry the ball. They'll look after us, start the whole lot. As we get into range, and when we get the beep 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 from our vPilot client to say that's a VATSIM controller contacting us, well, SayIntentions will detect this, and then SayIntentions will say, contact VATSIM on this frequency, and then there's a handover, meaning VATSIM now take over your flight and you bring down SayIntentions. It also works the other way around. If you leave at VATSIM, next thing, no further ATC available, go to advisory, SayIntentions will pick up the ball and they'll complete your flight, which is class. This is absolutely brilliant, right? And don't forget, if you are with VATSIM, SayIntentions have recently announced the preferred pilot program. It's now open to IVAO and to VATSIM. Put in your VATSIM details, you could get yourself a discount with SayIntentions. Brilliant, right? So that's what the story is here, and we can see all our lads on the VATSIM radar. We can see the line now. These are the guys who are flying on VATSIM, right? They've just departed, so I better get the L tracks moving here now. We're going to check in with the lads shortly once we get airborne, because as I said, their workload is now busier because they got to talk to each other. They have to help sequence each other and all the jazz, right? So here we are with the aircraft. It is time to get ourselves up and running. We're going to bring up the SayIntentions client, right? And what we have in the client, this is an update of the UI. So we have our volume settings over here, which works. It's way cleaner. Instead of having to click into this option, go to that option, yada yada. We can see all of the different frequencies and see the way these are red. It works off like a traffic light system. Clearance is currently red because I should be tuned into that. I just haven't tuned into it yet. So I can see visually, oh, I need to be on that frequency, right? And then if I do click on it, it'll turn orange. I'm on the frequency, but I haven't made communication. Once I make communication, it turns green. All right. And we can do tons of stuff here. We can go through quick settings, right? For the aircraft ICAO, we can look at the live map. And again, we can see AI and real world traffic as a multiplayer. The flight board, right? When this is up and running, Tokyo, so there's different flights starting to load up here. This is a new feature. They're still working on it. I think it looks class, isn't it? That's deadly looking. And then we have airport lookup and all the jazz. So the first thing we need to do is grab the ATIS. So we're going to tune into the ATIS and give that a moment to start loading. If we can't get it, we'll get it by text, right? So quick checking the aircraft. We're going to go up on top. We're aligning.
On initial contact, you have information kilo.
So here's the ATIS.
Chitose Airport, information kilo. 19er 00 Arriving and departing runways 19er right, 19er left. Wind 170 at 10.
So we're going to grab our GPS,
Visibility 1,000 meters.
IRS alignment, route page,
Fog,
flight plan request.
View at 100.
It's already in.
Broken at 200. Temperature 20. Dew point 20. QNH 29er 77 inches.
Hot off the press, home record just joined the scoop.
Bird activity in vicinity of airport.
That poor voice from your one, they need to fix it.
Advise on initial contact. You have information kilo.
Okay, so we're in inches of mercury, 29er 77.
Chitose Airport, information kilo. 19er 00 Arriving and departing runways 19er right, 19er left.
Okay, that looks good.
Wind 170 at 10.
So it's information kilo.
Visibility 1,000 meters. Patchy.
So information kilo, right? That's what we need to worry about. So we're going to make sure this aircraft is up and running. Load our flight plan. That's going to horse in there now. And we'll get the rest of the aircraft set up. We'll also give a shout here as well. So we'll talk to ATC. We can also talk to our buddies. How are you, lads? This is Murph, radio check. And let's see if this works. I don't hear anyone. I didn't hear anyone. I saw Homewrecker's name. I just didn't see anyone. Can you hear me? Mark Alderson, good to see you. A stormy Florida, you say. Ooh. Stay safe, bud. Hope you're well. So we have this pilot-to-pilot communication, P2P, and that's just us. We're not on any ATC frequency. We're just able to have the chat, which is deadly, right? Deadly. And I assign a different button to that, right? Doesn't seem to be working. But we better give a shout. What did we say? It was Kilo, wasn't it?
Airport low visibility procedures.
Yes. So we're going to look for clearance 121-9er. Clearance, a very good morning. Firefly 235. We are a Boeing 737 MAX. Stand 18. Information Kilo. Request IFR clearance. And this should give us our IFR clearance. Now this is where we be writing stuff down. Get right. Death's Angel, correct and right.
Firefly 2-3.
News, 220 Murphy has just become a member of the group.
Departure. Radar vector CE then is filed. Initial climb 4000. Departure on 124.7. Squawk 4737. Expect runway 19er right.
So they've given me a different takeoff clearance than what I planned for, so it's no bother. But this is what happens in the real world. We are cleared to Tokyo Haneda via the TOBBY 9er departure. Radar vectors Charlie Hotel Echo then is filed. Initial climb 4,000 feet. Departure 124.7. Squawk 4737. And we'll expect runway 19er right. Firefly 235. Alright, so 4,000. Lovely. And we'll come on down here and start planning.
Firefly 235, readback correct. Ground will be on 121.9er 5.
Roger, we'll talk to ground 121.9er 5. Firefly 235. Alright. So we have our clearance, Clarence. And now we're going to focus on our aircraft. So let's have a quick look here. Performance. Go ahead and grab. Airport, read. Microsoft Flight Sim data. Runway is going to be 19er right. Runway condition is, I want to say it's dry. Flaps for takeoff will be 5. Aircon will be on. Anti-ice will be off. Takeoff weight. Load real weather. What are we looking for here now?
Very good morning. All Nippon 7 Alpha Bravo stand 2-2. We are ready for push and start.
So we can hear the other ATC coming across. That's deadly, isn't it?
Push and start through, face northeast. All Nippon 7 Alpha Bravo.
Levitating Grav, good to see you, bud. G Slayer, good to see you. Is the volume okay, lads? Could you hear that okay, yeah? Let's have a look. I think we're good. Now, why can't I get this? Load real... why can't we... I can never do this right. Takeoff weight, so we need to horse this in. SimBrief will tell us that. So SimBrief is going to be estimated takeoff weight is going to be 67. 67009. Enter. And let's calculate. Alright, so here's our information here now. Alright. So we can see that flaps 5, trim 525, and our V speeds. Excellent choice. So plan fuel, we have 8 on board. Wrong button, Murph. 0 fuel, reserves 0. Cruise wind, so we can grab this from our flight plan. Average wind is going to be 321 at 8. 321 at 8. 321 at 8 knots. Right? That's our cruise wind. Top climb outside air temperature. So if we go into our flight plan, this is where we can read this. All right. Fly guy, good to see you. The impossible face is pushing back. Good man yourself. So let's have a look here. So we're looking for our highest altitude, and then we're going to see the outside air temperature. All right. So let me see. Minus 44. Minus 44. So we'll put in minus 44. Top of climb outside air temperature. All right. That's in. Next page. That looks good to me. N1 limit. No D rate required. Takeoff. We're going to go flaps 5. Center of gravity was going to be 5.48. It automatically sets. We'll put in our V speeds. These will reset. We need to put in our departures. So we're going to be departing on runway 19er right. At least that's what we're expecting. And our departure is going to be on the TOBBY 9. That's what SayIntentions told us. So it's going to be on the TOBBY 9 departure. And then it's going to be vectors. So there's no transition, so we horse that in. I'm not going to worry too much about my arrival just yet. Into the legs page, so we can see via CHE, and then it's TOBBY, and then we'll have a look later on. We'll have a disco, there's GODIN, there's our disco, and then we're in, right? So we'll have to put our arrival detail in a little bit later. So we'll see what the crack is after a little while. We'll go back into route data just to be sure. Winds, requests, go ahead and grab those. And while we're waiting now, we're going to power up this APU. 34,000 is set. It's actually flight level 360. And we can go ahead and get our window heats turned on. Yaw dampener can be set. In-flight entertainment needs to be turned on. And no smoking is on. Fasten seatbelts is on. APU is starting up. Route uplink ready. We're going to load. There's our message coming in. And there's all our wins. Perfecto. Absolutely perfect. Execute that. Go back into our legs page. That looks good. In it, once again, we're going to keep our eye because we'll have to re-verify these speeds, right? So APU is coming up online. Let's have a look up here. So APU bleed coming on. Paxson come on. Oh wait, I didn't start the APU. Come on, Murphy. Right, we'll start that now. On up the hill there. Should be grand. Am I on live weather? Yes. Live time, live weather. And it's terribly, terribly nice. There's our APU firing up. Man, look at these, the Japanese airlines. China Southern is here as well. So this is AI traffic loaded in with ourselves, which is pretty cool, right? In terms of ATC, don't need to worry about anything just yet. TCAS is off. We were told to set a squawk, so we don't want to forget about that. Squawk was 4737, and we'll go ahead and test. We'll get a TCAS pass. Tara is on. Transponder system needs to go to on. There we go.
TCAS system test okay.
TCAS is working. That's what we want. We put in our initial altitude. We can also horse in our initial speed. And once that APU unit is up, we're going to turn on the bleeds. Let me see. Bleeds coming on. APU bleed is working. We have our APU gens. Turn those on. And we're going to disconnect from the ground power. Back to our aircraft. We're going to go to ground. And we can use all this with GSX as well. SayIntentions can link all that in. But we'll do it manually. Disconnect the GPU. Go ahead and get rid of the ground equipment. Uno momento. A little poster thingy was falling off. Right, so the jetway is docked. We will turn on our parking brake. And we can remove the chocks. We're going to disconnect from the jetway. And then we'll be looking for a push and start. Now we can do this directly with SayIntentions, or indeed we can do it with GSX, or indeed we can do it with the aircraft. The iFly has all this built in, right? For this one, we're going to do it with GSX. So I'll just go through the GSX menu for this one.
Attention all aircraft information, Lima is now current. QNH 29er.77.
Prepare for pushback and departure. Okay, so departure clearance, that's all done. Handling is done. Mr. Mann is going to come in and bypass pin and all that jazz. Okay, so the aircraft is now configured. Fans are running.
Preparing to push.
Good stuff. And now we can talk to ground and request pushback and engine start. Ground, good morning. Firefly 235, stand 18. We have information Lima, request pushback and engine start. All right.
Ground to flight deck, bypass pin inserted. Stand by for pushback.
Just a quick homewrecker has joined the group.
They need to fix that. Ground, Firefly 235, request pushback and engine start.
Ground to flight deck, start connected.
Do.
Firefly 235, push and start approved. Face east.
Push and start approved, face east, Firefly 235. Push and start approved, faced east. That's to the right. Okay, GSX, what are you going to give us? Ah, GSX, they're out a pain in the arse. Insert the towing pin. We're going to go push the tail left, nose right. Distance is going to be, I don't know, 100 meters. Start the pushback. Brakes are off. And let's go ahead and start up this machine. Packs are currently off. Ground. That looks good. And we get the aircraft up and running. Any minute now. This takes a moment to engage. Okay, we've hit the starter. Fuel pumps would help, Murph. Do. Let's see. Night Falcon, good to see you, buddy. Why have we no start, lads? She's thinking about it. APU bleed is on. Packs are off. The right pack was on. There she goes. Alright. 20% fuel in. Now, they've stopped us. Push tail left. This is interesting. Okay, remove the towing pin. Put on our parking brakes. And let's just sit tight. We'll turn ourselves here now in a minute. I love it when the plane doesn't like to play. Right, what else have we to do? We have... main panel brightness, bring that up. And we'll go for a start on engine 2 or engine 1. Jen's coming on. Between GSX and the iFly pushback, they probably cancel each other out, you know. Oh, I had the chart on screen. Sorry, Gibbo! Easy watching. No, it's not. Watching Murph is like the most painful thing you can do. Right. Let's go ahead and get some information on here. Zaveder. We'll get our VSD turned on. This map here is fine. Keep it on for the moment. And everything else over here looks good. Auto throttle, we'll worry about that in a moment. And we'll turn ourselves to the right. Turn ourselves to the right. Tug wasn't visible from outside. Yeah, it's that's between kind of GSX and the iFly, you know. Right, fuel coming in. We're set up for everything down here. We're just going to wait for engine 1 to come online. She's spooling. Get our range out on this screen here. We'll do a 40 mile on that one. While we're waiting, we're going to go flaps 5. 1, 2, 3. There's a China Southern over there. He's going to be looking for an out shot. There's buttons happening at an alarming rate. Dennis C, thank you very much indeed. Cheers, buddy. Very kind, sir. 17 months as co-pilot. Cheers, bud. The man is a legend. An absolute legend. Cheers, bud. Right. How are we looking here, lads? Our check-in map, by the way, 41 pilots from 44 cities and 13 countries. Don't know how he's managed that. Great bunch of lads. Look, a great bunch of lads. This is open as well over on YouTube. So do be sure to check it all out. It's awesome. Right, so engine start up is complete. We will now go ahead and turn our gens on left hand side. Go ahead and get our bleeds on. Keep our passengers happy. APU bleed coming off. APU shut down. Get our probe heats turned on. Quick check up on top. We're good. We're good. And we are good. Taxi light, runway turn off lights, they're looking good. Wheel well light on as well. Even though they told us face east, not much we can do. So we'll go back to ground and now request taxi. Ground, Firefly 235, request taxi. Let's see what happens.
Firefly 235, taxi to holding point runway 19 right via Tango 1, Juliet 4, Hotel 1, Alpha 1.
Roger, we will taxi holding point runway 19 right via Tango 1, Juliet 4, Hotel 1 and Alpha 1, Firefly 235. Right, so we're ready to go here. Off the brakes. Brakes off. We'll do a quick flight control test. Onto the systems page. Full forward. Full back. Full right. Full left. Spoilers. Spoilers in. Watch this lad here ahead of us. We'll taxi forward. And our rudder is working as well. Brakes are okay, left and right. And that to me looks pretty good. Keep that systems page up and running. So Tango 1, Juliet 4, Hotel 1. Very hard to see, but keep her lit. We'll keep her lit, lads. We'll keep her lit. I imagine the scenery is going to get absolutely stunning looking when we're departing out, lads. Right, we'll get ahead of that China Eastern. And we'll taxi out this way. Yeah, 'tis fierce hazy, isn't it? It's class though, like, considering this, lads, we did all this flight planning earlier on today, you know, 6 hours ago. And it's accurate. Do you know what I mean? All is accurate. And we have such a look at the state of the weather, look. And all these injected aircraft, this is SayIntentions doing its traffic injection. It gets the correct liveries and all that. So I'm using Just Flight's traffic models, and I think I've FSTL in there as well still. So it's class. It's absolutely class. So next up is going to be Hotel 1. Good day to you, Shane. Let's talk through our departure briefing. So Juliet 4, Hotel 1.
Alright, Murph, we're departing from runway 19 right via the TOBBY 9 departure. Initial climb altitude 4,000 feet, then vectors to THE. Weather's clear, no significant issues. Squawk 4737, departure frequency 124.7. Flaps set to 5, V1 is 143 knots, VR 145, V2 152. Ready when you are.
Sweet. Okay, and then holding point Alpha 1 should be just ahead of us. We'll have a quick look around. There's someone rolling. Retriever Neil, I don't know, I kind of like the Just Flight traffic models. I think they're slightly more detailed.
235, contact tower on 118.8.
Over the tower, 118.8, Firefly 235. Tower, good morning, Firefly 235, holding short, runway 19 right at Alpha 1. We are ready to go. Alright.
Firefly 235, Chitose Tower, runway 19 right, winds 180 at 10, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 19 right, Firefly 235. Who spawned in right on top of me? Jesus.
Approaching
All right.
runway 19 right.
So we're getting double the runway alert because the aircraft has it included, but SayIntentions has that for every aircraft. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Alright, all our lights are on. We have toga set.
On runway 19 right.
That's interesting. We're not getting LNAV. Why is that now? That's very interesting. Right, we're going to fly the runway heading. We're going to give us vectors to Shay. What am I forgetting here, lads? Interesting. Right, auto throttle can be turned on.
On runway 19 right.
Did we forget something?
9.
Yaw dampener's on. We're looking good here. Center tanks, I don't think I've gotten in them. Anti-ice is off. This is all looking good. APU is off. They're all on auto. All our lights are on. Flaps, RTO. Alright, I think we're good. Let's see what happens. Are we ready, sports fans? Power coming in. Start the clock. Engine stable. Toga.
What's up? Freddie Borkatine has joined the group.
It's beautiful above the haze. 80 knots. Easing out. Approaching V1. V1.
V1.
Rotate. Yepsy daisy. Positive rate of climb. Here. Easy does it. LNAV engaged. Flaps coming in. Watch your speed. Man,
Flight
light.
235, contact Chitose departure on 124.7.
Over to departure 1247, Firefly 235. Departure Firefly 235, passing 3000 for 4000.
Firefly 235, Chitose departure. Radar contact. Climb 10,000, turn left, heading 185, direct checker 27, when able. Then on navigation.
Left heading 185, climb 10,000, direct J27 when able, Firefly 235. Heading up the hill to 10. Watch your speed, and we want to go direct. Legs, J27, we are direct. And let's go ahead and climb. Speed 230, bring up now to 250. After takeoff, turn those off. Flaps are up. And we're looking good. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good at all. Whoa, we have a problem. Have I pressed a button inadvertently to do like a test? I must have. Jesus, that scared the life. Don't panic! Don't panic! Oh. Yeah, JBS, so the accents is something they need to work on. They know there's a limitation with the data that they can actually get for the AI voices, right? So they know the crack. Do you know what I mean? Right, we'll go back to LNAV. Direct Shay 27. So let's do that. Direct and back to nav. Alright, transition is 14, so keep climbing. We're passing 7,000 now at the moment. So far the aircraft hasn't tried to do anything terrible to me, right? Scalarchy have signed up to FSIM UK. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Man alive, look at the views here. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Right, you got a little radar turned on here. Beautiful departure, isn't it? Look at that. Look at the weather. Alright, bit of focus needed here. Just it gets a little bit tricky. We're cleared up to 10,000. So they are giving us sequencing with the other AI traffic. So we need to keep an eye out for that. I should have... Climb flight level 180, Firefly 235. So yeah, as I said, the issue that they have is purely down to not having all the different voices available. But they know about it, right? I mean, they're going to work on it. So there's 10,000. Go ahead and bring your lights off. Taxi lights are off. Go ahead and seatbelts off. And we continue on. We should have weather. We do. We should also have traffic. There we go. So we should see a bit of traffic on this now as well. So we're at 270. We're holding. Can we VNAV up the hill? VNAV path. Climb now, flight level 180, Chief. You can do it. Up the hill we go. And we're on our way up. But yeah. Dangerous Brian, good to see you. Murph, do you picture a day when you go back to your roots and say GA all the way? Dangerous Brian, good to see you. We do a lot of GA, Dangerous Brian. We certainly do. VATSIM Thursdays, that's VATSIM Thursday. Tomorrow night we're in the DC3. Next Monday we're in the DC6. I missed a stream this week, so next Tuesday we'll probably take the 220. And I'm thinking I don't know what we'll do the week after. But yeah, dude, we're always... It's predominantly general aviation and helis, do you know? But our Thursday streams when we're doing VATSIM, and I've flown GA on VATSIM as well. We've done the TBM. We did a DC6 on this as well. But it's great to see you, man. Hope you're well. Are you back flying at all, Brian? Do you know? Alright, 271 climbing. We're looking good. In terms of traffic, I don't see any traffic. Nothing coming up on the radar. Everything else with the aircraft is okay. 271 in our climb out, but that's grand. We'll stick it into VNAV in a while. We're on profile, so we're going up to flight level 180. 14 is when we change over to standard. We're gone standard, and we continue our climb out. So let's have a quick look at the lads on VATSIM, right? So they're already on the South Island, and they're all on the way in. Now look at their spacing. This isn't by fluke. These guys are keeping their spacing because they're speaking to one another, which is actually more difficult, right? But they're doing a phenomenal job. So we'll jump over and say hello to them. Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
Good evening, gentlemen. How goes it?
Well, just about to start drop and drop. Right.
You're just at top of drop. Nice.
We're on the way down as you're just departing.
Not like me to be late, right?
I'm saying nothing.
Painful. But yeah, there's a great turnout tonight, lads, which is great to see. Like, hopefully we'll get more and more folks on these flights. As I said, like we can utilize SayIntentions with training and getting people used to it and all the jazz. But I mean, that's a great turnout tonight. Who came up with this route? Was this one of Naughtie's routes, or did someone kind of say, yeah, we need to do this?
No, this is my route.
It's gorgeous.
They're all Naughtie's routes.
It is. There's a few suggestions, so they're not all mine, but yeah.
I keep trying to persuade other people to join us. I was trying to bend Mr. Dan's arm earlier today. He needs to join VATSIM.
Oh, lovely. Stand by.
1 second. Newsvan had to.
Yeah. 1 second now. Contact control 1288, Firefly 235. And there now. I think folks just need to jump in and see how they get on. Do you know? 1 second now. Control, good afternoon or good morning, Firefly 235. Passing. Not passing. We're climbing to flight level 180. Yikes. We'll get there in the end, lads. They'll give us another climb, no doubt.
Firefly 235, cover of control identified. Ohio, climb flight level 260.
Oh, that's a good accent. Climb flight level 260, Firefly 235. Right, back into VNAV. Sorry, lads, continue. It was Mr. Dan, or was it Dan?
No, it was Mr. Dan, because I was DMing him earlier.
Yeah.
He was helping me out with that eBay issue. And I said, it's about time you came on VATSIM.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to give it a try. Some areas are more easier, I suppose, than others. What?
Do you know what, Murph? I jumped in at the deep end, as you know. I started, as soon as I finished your course, I started flying Gatwick to Edinburgh and back. And talk about in at the deep end, but I tell you what, it was the best thing I ever did, because if you can fly in a busy London airspace, you can fly anywhere, mate.
Firefly 235.
It's amazing. Like, once you get started, it's just class. And it is a great way of expanding what the sim can actually do. And Dougal, I know, like, you struggle if you're not flying on network now, right? I mean, it's like, unless you're in a group flight.
Yeah. I very rarely fly without the network unless I'm flying with you.
Firefly 23.
Yeah, for a noob, it's kind of intimidating because you're afraid to make the wrong move or say the wrong thing. You know?
Yeah, but we've all been there. We've all been through that, and you just have to battle through it.
What I'm trying to say is that this flight would be a perfect one.
Tokyo Control on 118.9 at Firefly 235.
Calls, just like we did in the VFR course way back. We started on Unicom, and you learn the Unicom calls, and you start getting rid of that PTT fright, and you start actually talking.
Yeah, Homewrecker, on Unicom, there's nobody but us to tell you off, mate.
Perfect.
Yeah, like when you're on Unicom, it's just you and the other pilots.
And we all tell each other off anyways, but so Rambo and Naughty always put us right.
The outspacing is looking good, lads.
Tokyo Control, Firefly 235. Good morning, climbing from flight
me and
Malky
in on the 360 on Toby 9er.
Me and Malky did a parallel departure off the 19s, which was pretty cool.
Oh, lovely.
Firefly 235. Tokyo Control,
screenshot and VATSIM
Good morning.
That's awesome. Right, well, we'll see how we get on with the landings. What runway have you been given, lads?
There's no ATC.
Sorry, what runway are you planning?
Some of us are doing 16 left, some of us are doing 16 right, because they're very widely spaced, so you can do parallel approaches.
Okay, let's have a look here. I'll see what SayIntentions has given us. So RJTT.
Different arrival for each one.
Yeah, so they're saying arriving runways 34 right, 34 left.
That's what they've been doing IRL.
Oh, really?
But we want a tour over the city.
Yeah, the 3-4s. Well, my route, yeah. Let's have a look here. So we're saying 3-4. 3-4 right or left. We'll go left. Funny, they're actually giving us a tailwind.
Yeah, they're doing that in the real world. I suspect because it's early morning, it will be a noise abatement thing. They won't switch to the 16s unless they have to.
Yeah. It is probably noise abatement, yeah.
But we don't actually care too much about waking the locals, Murph.
No, it wouldn't be like us to worry about that kind of thing at all. Brilliant. Right, I'm trying to think. So I think GODIN is still an option, even if we're on the 3-4s.
Yeah, GODIN to Alpha.
GODIN to Alpha. But mind yourself, Malky, we'll do that. Yeah, so it kind of takes us away from the city, but we'll see how that looks.
And you'll loop out round and then in via Tokyo Bay.
Yeah, we'll come in over the bay. Yeah, we'll give that a blast and see what happens. Right.
I was planning on that, and then in your stream earlier, when I played the VOD back, you said you wanted to come in over the city because it's a great view, so I switched to the 16s. So it's your fault.
Basically, you're saying it's all Murph's fault.
It's all my fault.
It's always Murph's fault. Yeah, well, he'll only go off and blame Muse, so it doesn't matter.
Where's Muse when we want him?
Now, this is interesting because it has one of these GLS approaches. Remember we did that before?
Yeah.
And then there's some amount of approaches in here. This is a mad runway.
Is it LDA? It's an LDA approach as well.
Really?
22 and 23 have 22 and 23 have LDA approaches, like with a 47-degree offset.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Okay.
Hello. I'm trying to learn.
It's all about learning, lads. That's what we do. We try and figure it out.
think that was Goose. Let me just turn your volume up. You're a bit low for me.
Well, I can turn it up if you want to.
No, that's all right. I've done it. I did it my end.
No, it's great to see so many folks in the voice channel. Like, I mean, this is where you learn. This is very much listen to what the lads are doing. You'll pick it up so quick, and if you have any questions, just ask. If the lads can't talk to you, they'll jump on the. Just say, lads, you know, there's no button for like a what do they call it, a sterile cockpit, but like if they're not able to talk to you, they're not ignoring it. Just they're dealing with ATC, right? But
you'll hear somebody like me or Rambog say, "Shut up." Operational talk needed.
Yeah. No, it's class. So we can see you lads heading down the road. On our groupie flight, we can see our lads heading down the road. So yeah, this is friggin' awesome. It's a beautiful flight. I mean, look at the weather as well. Jeez, you planned this one well, Naughty.
I did. It was all planned.
We've not had a bad one yet, to be fair, have we?
Getting quite cloudy over Tokyo,
really.
though.
That's very nice. Very nice.
It's beautiful. Right.
I just want to learn, you know, the SayIntentions one, you know, from start to finish.
Yeah, like it'll pretty much hold your hand. You know, I mean, especially if you have your mentor turned on. So in what you do in your pilot portal, you have 3 different communication channels, or intercoms as they call them, right? And it's literally you know, you can have a co-pilot, you can have your cabin crew, or you can have a mentor. And if you just key into the mentor, you can ask it questions to say, hey, how do I do this? What's the next stage? You know, but also when you look at the app, Goose, it's going to tell you on the app what's happening. So you can see that, look, I mean, I handed over ATC control to me co-pilot because I'm chatting to the lads here, right? Dan, I don't know why. Let me see. It's because you put in FFS, Dan. I didn't like that. How do I unhide? Highlight chat. Will that work? No, I don't know how that works. Yeah, Dan, I don't know. The bots are wild. Sorry, Goose.
No, what I was going to say is, you know, I got the free version, but I ain't got a clue how to work this.
So the free version, you're not going to have any ATC, but you will have the ability to use Groupie. So all you need to do is
how to use that as well, Murph.
Yeah, but if you launch, so all you need to do, you launch the app, the SayIntentions app, even if it's expired, don't worry, you just launch the app as normal, right? Then you click on the Groupie link and it'll just automatically connect you. All you need to do then is set up your audio. So you need to set up your push to talk, and you need to set up where the sounds are coming from. And as you're flying,
yeah, I think I've done that, Murph, already, but I'm not sure.
Well, I can. You're in our group flight. We can see you here, right? Speedbird 35. So we just need to find you on the map. Are you flying our neck of the woods, or are you miles away?
No, I'm right behind you. I think what's it? Cat face, just behind him.
Oh yeah. So I can see you here on the map. So you are tracking. So you're connected, right? So all you're missing then, if you want to talk to us, you should be able to use the push to talk frequency, which if you look at the app, right, you'll see that we have this group chat, which is automatically on 123.45. So if I talk in here, I don't know if anyone else with SayIntentions can hear me. Yes or no? So they haven't heard me now. So if I just jump to the actual group frequency, 12345. Hello, it's Murph. Can you hear me? And that should have went across on frequency. Yeah, there we go. So Goose, make sure that you're transmitting push to talk.
Yes, I got you too.
There we go. On the group 12345.
Any chance of just a short 10-minute instructional tutorial video on YouTube for setting that up? Because I've tried 2 or 3 times and I've only managed to get in once. So we're doing something wrong.
Also, if I could cut across here, I mean, that's what, I mean, I have no co-pilot tonight, I'm flying blind, you know, and it's all because of the new SayIntentions client that came out. I had everything set up, and the next thing, new client came out, and lost.
Well, their settings shouldn't have changed.
None of the settings should have changed.
Okay. Oh well.
Just how they're presented is all it's different.
Yeah. So if you're still home wrecker, yeah, we'll plan it. We can go through it. Like video, yeah, I can do a video for sure. I might do something live first though, because I think everyone's going to have a different question, and I'll put out a video and I might miss something. So yeah.
Sweet.
Top man, thank you.
You need to make sure you're in the right group as well, lads, as I say, and that all of these settings are in the pilot portal. So go into your pilot portal on SayIntentions, and this is where you're able to put it in. So if you're in multiplayer, make sure that you've selected the Skynet group code of TTM. It should do it automatically, but if it doesn't, that's what you need to do. If you've lost the likes of your cabin crew and co-pilot, check your subscription, because they're only available with a subscription. So maybe a subscription has lapsed, so you can go in and actually check your account details. They'll tell you.
I had TTM in the box, and I'd also clicked on your link about join the flight. But when I looked at the map, I was the only aircraft flying on it, so I gave up and turned it off.
It depends on what time. Like I saw you on the map here earlier on. I actually saw you on the map myself tonight.
While we were flying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I on there? Can anyone see me on there? I don't know if I entered a TTM on the group flight thingy.
Yeah, I don't see you.
Okay.
I don't see you.
No worries.
But yeah, just make sure it's set to TTM, and if it doesn't work, just on the app, just click new flight. Just click on new flight. If it's not connecting for whatever reason, just click new flight. That'll recycle it for you, and it should work.
Roger.
And again, if it doesn't work, just let us know. It's something very small missing. That's all. And it could be the case. Like we can see it being tracked. Once you're connected, we can see it. And if if we get this far, it's fairly straightforward getting everything else set up, be it the audio, or if you're getting traffic injection with other multiplayer aircraft. Because everyone who's flying here now should be able to see each other, because SayIntentions is.
Firefly 2-3, I need you at flight level 360, sir.
Why did the?
Do you reckon the premium?
Possible fix. Just join the group.
Oh yeah, they really need to fix that. Yeah, I'm on premium with it, yeah. But you don't need premium for groupie. ATC were given out to me. Why did my aircraft only go to 340? What is going on here, look? 340. Are you mad, plane? ATC gave out to me. Oh shit. All constrained, so it doesn't matter. Oh, look at this. How do we there's an altitude constraint and I can't override it. That's a good one now. 340.
That's only 30 miles away. Put it in the next one, see what happens.
Yeah, that's a good one now, isn't it? HPE. Let's see, 360. No, there's altitude constraints here. I wonder why that is. Perf in it. That's approach. Index. Perf. Murphy broke everything. It's okay, lads, I fixed it. Who can we blame on this? Muse fan, of course.
Muse.
Yeah, it was Muse. That Northsider. Yeah. Who helped me there? That was Crimmy. Crimmy, thank you very much indeed. Nothing like the pleasant sound of screeching static. Yeah, they need to fix it. They need to fix that. Right, lads, best of luck with the landings. We'll catch Imogen in a little while. May your landings be softly.
Good luck.
God bless.
We're all counting on you. Right, so in the meantime, ATC, they're giving out to me because I didn't go to my correct altitude. That can happen on VATSIM as well. And as I was talking to the lads, I was able to say, hey, Shane, I want you to look after the ATC for me. And that's what they did, right? That's what they did. So that's all going grand. We'll put you back over there. So we've had a couple of issues that Murphy tried to break things. But it's all right now, right? Levitating Grav, take it easy, bud. A couple of people came in here as well. Who else came into the chat? How do you turn off tour guide, constantly being told useless facts? Once again, it's in your pilot portal. 99% of all your woes are in the pilot portal, lads. So if you go into your pilot portal settings, all right, and we go to, if we go to, is it miscellaneous? Go into miscellaneous in your settings, scroll down where it has tour guide, and make sure you tick the box that says tour guide only speaks when prompted. All right, otherwise they'll be waffling away with you. This is the iFly one, Crimmy.
Firefly 235, I have an amended clearance for you. Advise ready to copy.
An amended clearance. Beat the hokey. Firefly 235, ready to copy. Uh-oh.
Firefly 235, proceed direct chips, GODIN 1 Charlie arrival. Planning on the ILS, runway 34 right approach into Tokyo, but confirm with the ATIS when you pick it up.
He didn't sound very sure, did he? Roger, we're going to proceed direct chips, and it's on the GODI 1 Charlie arrival. Planning ILS runway 34 approach into Tokyo, and we'll pick up the ATIS and call you back. Firefly 235. Right, Bijani. What have I to do? Departure and arrival.
Firefly 235, readback is correct.
So we need to go to GODI 1 Charlie. GODI 1 Charlie. ILS 34 right. Enter. Come back to me legs. We need to go direct chips. Where's chips? Direct chips. Direct chips now. That's mad. That's what he told us. Direct chips. There we go. And
Firefly 235, expect the GODIN 1 Charlie arrival. Prepare to descend in roughly 20 minutes. Notify if you're ready to descend before that.
Roger, we'll let you know. We're going to expect the GODI 1 Charlie arrival, and we'll let you know when we're at our top of drop. Firefly 235. It's all kicking off now. Right, we need to make amendments here. So ATC have given.
Firefly 235, descend via GODIN 1 Charlie to 8000 into Tokyo. QNH 29er.83.
Roger, we're going to descend via the GOD 1 Charlie arrival down to 8000. QNH 29er.83. Firefly 235. Okay, slow this all down. So we need to change this. The GOD 1 Charlie. We're now direct chips. So we're going to go ILS runway 34. That's all grand. We're going to come on up to here. So we're now direct to chips. So let's bring this up. TOBBY, Yankee 10.
Climbing flight level 200 for flight level 240.
Chips.
J-Spring 411, Kobe control identified.
And then done.
J-Spring 411,
Okay, let's look at the arrival then. So we want to be at, let me see, chips is going to be at 13,000. So chips is going to be 13,000. Coach is going to be 8,000. And we have a speed restriction of 210. That all adds up, right? Next page. Eddie is going to be 210 at 8,000. That's okay. And then we're in. Alright, that's grand. We will set 8,000. We're going to go on a VNAV profile. And we'll descend when the machine wants us to descend. But we won't be descending. We won't descend for quite some time. Do you know what I mean? Eamon, yeah, I'll ask the question. Your tour guide is not really annoying. Yeah, is it me? Am I your tour guide? Right? No, like, it's good to see that there's a lot of interest, lads. I'll plan a stream that will just do a Q&A all about settings of different things. Because there's quite a lot, do you know, there's quite a lot to go through. So leave that with me. Let me plan a stream first. Then once I have the stream done, that'll be the video. Do you know what I mean? Or I'll just do a straight up video. So you can kind of catch up with it. Because if I do a video now, my worry is I'll miss something. And then I'm making a second one or a third one. Do you know what I mean? So if we plan to say, right, we're going to do a Say Intentions night, we're going to start off at the very beginning. Any questions that you might have, I'll take you through setting up your account. I'll take you through getting all your settings up and running in the sim. And I'll take you through doing a first flight with Groupie and with ATC. We'll go through the whole shebang, right? So we'll work on that over the coming weeks, for sure. If you're on the PC, the Groupie element of Say Intentions is free. So what we're doing here in terms of being able to track where we are on the, on the map and communicate to one another, this is all free. This is deadly. This is really, really good. And a tremendous way to start learning, because when we use our normal push to talk in Groupie, we're trying to mimic what would happen with ATC at uncontrolled fields. And it's just like that on Unicom. It's the very same. It's exactly like Unicom on VATSIM. It's the very same. So it's a great way of learning. Do you know what I mean? Now, our arrival parking, we've planned for gate 54. That's our hope. But we're now coming in on a different runway. We're going in for 3-4. What did it say? 3-4 right. What are you telling me? Runway 34 approach. Yeah, but is it 3-4 right? Yeah, 3-4 right. And did you listen to the ATC? They have these options where you can kind of give them a bit of a character. That guy wasn't sure. There was a lot of ohms in there. Did you notice that? So that's cool to see. I think it just makes the thing more realistic. You know what I mean? It's very cool. Like, it's, and and Brian will tell you, is it going to be 100% perfect 100% of the time? No. They're going to try to get it there. So most of the issues I've ran into, be it myself or other folks, it's a setting. That's all it is. It's a setting somewhere. It's either in your pilot portal or it could be a Windows setting. Do you know what I mean? And that's what, you just need to figure those out. But yeah, man, I highly recommend it. Highly, highly recommend it. Like when we did our ATC courses back in the day, Say Intentions was only starting off, and it did offer some options, but it wasn't there yet. It wasn't able to do this level. Fast forward 2 years, and it's really lowered the bar in terms of what you have to learn and study before you can actually throw yourself into an environment that you're able to fly. Hats off to them, like, it's brilliant. So, current state of the aircraft, we've had to change everything. I wonder now, will Shane pick this up based on what the ATC said? We'll talk to him. Shane, so we got an updated arrival. We're now planning on the GODI-1 Charlie arrival into Tokyo, and we're planning an approach on runway 34 right. Contact Tokyo. Over to control 1259er, Firefly 235.
We're on the GODIN 1 Charlie arrival for runway 34 right. I'll keep an ear out for further descent instructions.
So our co-pilot knows what the crack is. Tokyo Control, good morning. Firefly 235, flight level 360.
Firefly 235 on the GODIN 1 Charlie arrival, descending for runway 34 right at Tokyo Haneda.
Firefly 235, Tokyo Control identified. Good morning.
Shane, I'll handle all the radios. Same arrival, but you're 20 minutes behind.
Alright, Murph, you've got the radios. I'll be here if you need anything else.
Thank you. Man, look at the views. Now, I'm not flying with a cabin crew tonight. I could, and we can turn on cabin crisis, and you'll be dealing with all sorts of holy be Janey then. Like, you have a lot of options with this. But we'll take our time here now. I'm not familiar flying this neck of the woods, so we're taking it easy. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right now, where are we at? We're over here. Look, yes. This is going to be a sweet arrival. Now, top of drop is what, 80 miles away. A little bit of weather down there as well. Nothing major. There's a huge cyclone way south of our position. We'll probably see rain as we get into Tokyo. We're expecting a bit of cloud here as well. But man, like, look at the views. Isn't it gorgeous? It is absolutely beautiful. So we'll do one of these. We'll chill out now as we get into cruise. Play some music for, you know, the reasons to, one would say, will vibe. If you're on Twitch, you'll hear lovely music. If you're not on Twitch, you won't. You know, but yeah, bit of tunage. If I only press the button, I'll do well in life, lads. I'll do well. Let's get as many emotes into that chat. Pints of Guinness, dancing, Cyrus T shaking his shoulders. Let's go bananas. Why is it that Cyrus T emote, no matter what song you're playing, it keeps to the rhythm? Isn't it only gorgeous? Beautiful. That's a great number. Now, let me see. We won't be descending for a while. Top of drop is coming up in 60 miles, give or take. Hey, Shuller Pilot, good to see you, bud. I've been doing one of the Lufthansa Cargo Asian rosters. Where is the FRA to NRT? Ooh. Nice, nice. Right, so far, so good, lads. And quick check here on Groupie. Actually, hang on. Quick check on the lads. So the lads are all coming in. They went for the 1.6s. Look at that. Straight over the city, man. That's freaking gorgeous. Nicely done. Beautiful. And if we have a look at our guys, close that, please. Live map. So there is Freddy. There is Artie. Here's the impossible face. We've got a good few of us up here now. There's Artie. We got the impossible face. There's Goose. Who be this? That's me. We have Mrs. TPHI ahead of us. Good woman yourself. Retriever Neil is ahead of us. Sunjammer is there. And we have Febro miles ahead. Febro, pints are on you, bud. And we can also get information based on what they're doing, where their origin, where they're landing, and their current altitude and speed, and what frequency they're tuned into. It's pretty awesome, isn't it? Hey Nick, good to see you, bud. It has been a while. Looking forward to getting onto the group flights. Dude, can't wait. Can't wait. Sometimes while flying with a small two-seater, I'll forget to shut off cabin crew. Yeah. Shagged them right out of it. Brilliant. Alright, we're cruising nicely. We're at Mach 0.766. Flight level 360. Top of drop is coming up. We don't need to tell them. We've been told to descend via the SID, or via the Star. And we need to be at 13,000 when we get to Chips. Transition level over here is 14,000. Mr. TPHI, you're very welcome in. Happy Thursday. No talking behind me back when I'm gone. Yeah, Stu. So your man Stu Snape anyway, you know. I have a red mark in my head, look. Tomorrow night I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be flying in the DC-3, Catalina Island, airport in the sky, lads. Frankfurt, Seoul. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Scott, I think when there's no... It depends, right? When there's no VATSIM coverage, I think it's... I could be wrong, lads, you tell me, but like, I think it's beneficial using, say, intentions to cover our ATC when there's no VATSIM coverage, because it is a great way to learn. If there's VATSIM coverage, we'll go with VATSIM on these flights. It's VATSIM Thursday, right? We use SayIntentions on Monday, Tuesdays and Fridays anyway, but I still think there's a great learning aid. If we don't have VATSIM coverage at all, you know, just pulling your chain, mate. We need to get your voice into SayIntentions, Scott. I'm just saying. 747, yeah. 777 is awesome. Schuller, yeah. I love the 777. I need to fly the 777 soon. But yeah, 74. Robert Randazzo was in the chat the other day, and it's the excitement for the 747, lads. It's just... We're looking forward to it. And maybe an update for the DC-6. And I may have asked him nicely, look at the view, look at that, Jesus, look at this. I may have asked him to do a DC-3, you know. I reckon he will. Because we asked him so nicely, you know what I mean? Man alive, look at this view, this is gorgeous. Sunrise coming up. Isn't that amazing? Mugan says, SayIntentions have helped me to... has helped you no end to start ATC. You can only get better. Yeah. That's what it's there for, man. It's an incredible training aid, and, you know, when there isn't VATSIM coverage available, it just does the job. And like, we're flying in a region that we know there's limited data when it comes to voices. It's still able to handle it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Schuller, right? Wouldn't that be amazing? No DC-6. Listen.
Tokyo Control Air France 186 with you. Flight level 240 for flight level 150.
There's an Air France out here. So we're able to listen to the ATC chatter going on in the background as well. Alright, you're getting close to our top of drop. Eesh. We're going to stay on VNAV, so this should help us out. We'll go VNAV profile. VNAV path is already activated, so we should start descending in a while. Phil to Spill says, SayIntentions has been a game changer for me. I'm still not used to VATSIM, but it's next on your list. Yeah. And like, it's one of those things, it's funny, right? In your flight sim adventure, right? In this hobby, your flight sim adventure, there's usually like, you know, your first flight, your first ILS approach through the clouds, zero visibility, first time using ATC, and then you start, you know, you look at the events and whatnot. Like they're just class, man. They're just class. So our co-pilot knows what the crack is. And then our approach, we're going to have a fabulous view out the right window of Tokyo. Like, this is going to be fabulous. I mean, look at the views we have here, lads. Look at the detail. Isn't it gorgeous? Just need to translate that more into VATSIM. Yeah. 100%. Like, it's all... Like, it's not a quick fix overnight. You need to spend a bit of time in it and learn it, right? One thing I will say for new pilots... And this is why we did our courses back in the day for ATC. Sometimes new pilots would jump on the network. They mightn't be 100% okay with the aircraft. They mightn't be 100% okay with the, you know, with the region in which they're flying in. And a VATSIM controller may come across as a little bit kind of blunt, right? And for a lot of folks, they'll turn it off. I'm not doing that again. And that's a pity, but it's not a personal thing, even though it feels incredibly personal. Now, you can still get a Muppet, right? You can get a Muppet controller. It happens. It's very rare, though, these days. Murph, do I ever undervolt my CPU? G-Slayer, negative. I leave it everything all on... I leave it on default. I have heard, though, you can undervolt them, and they perform a little bit better, you know? Like, one place I would always recommend folks to fly is in an area you know, or an area that you might know the controllers. Flying in Ireland is brilliant. We have a ton of lads who do the VAT Air, right? Scott is looking after Dallas, Love Field. You know, yeah, don't fly London. Yeah, leave Heathrow and all that neck of the wood. Like, that's really busy airspace. Leave that until, you know. That sounds like me. Yeah. Not confident enough to do an approach departure. I've never done on network before, but confident enough now to talk to controllers. Yeah. Dublin's grand. They'll only give out to you a wee bit. Again, it all comes down to having an idea of what to expect. You know, expect the unexpected. But as a pilot, as you learn these things, when you go through the training, when you fly the flights, the likes of SayIntentions, you now get used to it. What's going to happen now? We've started our descent. I now know center is going to hand me over to approach. Approach is probably going to give me a vector or two. Then when I do that, approach is going to hand me over to the tower. Once I land, tower will hand me over to the ground. It's the same sequence. Doesn't matter about the flight. It's the same sort of sequencing, you know? Now, we're going to... I imagine we stay with Tokyo Center. They might give us a different frequency, because sometimes they'll have, you know... south or north, they'll have different positions, right? Our next airport is Tokyo Haneda. I'm going to grab the ATIS quickly. 1288. My current frequency is 1259er. So if we go down to 1288. 1288.
Activity in the vicinity of the airport.
So here's our ATIS.
On initial contact, you have information Sierra. Tokyo Haneda International Airport. Information Sierra. 2030 Zulu. Arriving runways 34 right, 34 left. Departing runways 34 right, 05. Wind 140 at 5. Visibility 10 kilometers. Fuel at 1000. Temperature 27. 2.26. QNH 29 or 83 inches.
Alright, Information Sierra is on board. The last few flights I've done, getting my clearance and talking to ATC has been fun. Since I do real world talking on the network is fun. I used to be scared to death on VATSIM until I got confident doing it in a real plane. There you go. Yeah. Alright, we're just using a bit of spoilers here to slow us down. We'll start prepping for our landing. We're planning an ILS approach. So we'll go ahead and set things up. Localizer is going to be 111.7. So we'll dial this in. 111.7. So we'll go 111.7. 0.7, ILS 111. We'll do the same here, 111.7. Our course is going to be a 337. 337, right? That's dialed in. And then our decision altitude is going to be a 218. So that's going to be 218. So I can do that over here. Barrow minimums are... You're going to be 218. Let's have a look. That's very slow moving. Oh wait, it's going to be 218. There we go. Barrow is bold. So we'll put in 218. There's 218. And the airport elevation is like, what, 21 feet? So landing altitude, leave it at 0. We're looking good. We're going to on the seatbelts. We're planning auto brake 2. Get rid of the spoilers. And let's see what happens. And still the excellent model matching puts you in a tube. Nice. Does SayIntentions always vector you to an approach, or can you override it? Both, Phil. Phil to spill, if you go into your pilot portal options, you can tell it not to vector you and you fly the full approach, or you tell it to vector you. It also helps you with your real world comms. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've been curious about what requirements are for being a VATSIM controller. Wouldn't mind giving Cork some more ATC coverage, your home airport. So VAT Air opened that up every couple of months. There's a fair bit to learn. You'll start with ground, then you go to tower, and so on, so on. You know.
Firefly 235, contact Tokyo Control on 127.5.
Over to control 127.5, Firefly 235. Alright, so we're moving to a different controller. 127.5. Tokyo Control, Firefly 235, descending down to 8,000 on the God E1 Charlie arrival.
Firefly 235, Tokyo Control, identified. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Also, we have Information Sierra on board. Riot. There we go. So we just told the controller we have Sierra, so he knows we have the weather. You know? This is beautiful, man. Beautiful. I'm not seeing where we were getting weather information. Do you notice that? We'll put it on the big map. Usually get a little an arrow pointing where the wind is, don't you? No? Oof. Look at the views. Bit of turbulence up here, look. A little bit of shake, rattle and roll. Look at that view, lads. Beautiful. Can't imagine the mess Murph would make his ATC. I've often thought about giving it a shot, but I enjoy flying too much. Some controllers are just, you know, brilliant. 18 to 10 knots here. I think about 20 miles out. Ooh. Bugan says, one tip I've always stuck by to help out is to stay ahead of the plane. Make sure your arrival is set up, know your altitudes when descending, make sure your FMS CDU is all set when you're dealing with ATC so you can concentrate and not get flustered when trying to deal with an ATC request. Yeah, 100%. I'll always say it, I never follow my own advice, but it's always the case of know your own aircraft. You know. Hello, lads.
It's like caution, Cessna 152, no, sorry, Cessna 152 in front, caution prop wash.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like, nice.
Well, you nearly all got in. There's only one left, I think, is there?
Correct.
An A350. Who's in the A350?
Iceman.
That's Iceman, yeah.
Oh, is it? Nice. What was that approach like, lads? Did the scenery behave?
Pretty.
Most
Very much.
Very pretty.
Okay looking in X-plane.
Only okay. What did you fly, Clem?
7.6.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and have a look in the VATSIM Discord. Look at the livery. Just look at how beautiful it is.
If it's going to be something not safe for work, I'm going to be very upset. Oh, look! It's a very nice livery.
No. It's a very nice livery.
It's a Pokemon livery.
Yeah, and look at the other sides. It's different. It's different on each side.
Does that night? Would that night, like, you know, give you anxiety? Jesus, look at Rambog's picture. Look at that for a screenshot. Jesus, that's amazing looking. Jeez, isn't it something else? The difference between both sims.
Yeah, but to be honest, now that I actually use both, I'll take explained physics over MSFS any day of the week.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, explain physics are
Explain
out.
default airports. Explain lighting.
Uno momento. Over to approach 119 or decimal 1, Firefly 235. X-Plane does have a lot going for it, but
Yes.
it does. We're going to do a bit of X-Plane next week. Just Fly have brought out or bringing out a brand new. Well, I don't know will I do it on VATSIM. I'll see. I might. We'll see what the crack is. Approach Firefly 235, descending through flight level 180 down to 8,000. The Evolution livery is class.
What is just Flight bringing out?
Identified. Good morning, clear cream transition. Expect the ILS Zulu runway 34 right approach into Tokyo.
Roger, expect the cream transition and ILS Zulu runway 34 right approach, Firefly 235. Sorry about that, interrupting us. Yeah, there's a DR400 from Just Flight, so I need to jump into X-Plane next week. Do you know what I'm having though, Clem? And I never used to get them. I'm getting stutters in X-Plane.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Mine is very smooth compared to MSFS.
Yeah, in MSFS I get absolutely butter smooth, ridiculous frame rates, and just altogether fantastic, performance. X-Plane not so much. So I suspect I need to do a bit of digging.
Yeah, probably.
What is the latest X-Plane up to now? Is it version 16 or something? I remember doing it at, flying X-Plane at version 10 or something.
Yeah, it's on 12 now. 12.6.
Let me get you that 2 secs.
Toby, good to see you.
Is 12.4.3.
12.4.3.
Currently. I think 12.4.0, no, 5 maybe, or 4.4 is right around the corner with a few improvements, and the return of weather radar because it's been disabled in aircraft because it's doing weird stuff apparently.
Yeah, they kind of broke it. No, we'll jump into it next week just to see what the crack is. It is excellent. Don't get me wrong. X-Plane, you can have a phenomenal experience using X-Plane. But I just think now where Microsoft Flight Sim is with the visuals, the aircraft that we have, it's just incredible. Like, I mean, look at this view here. Like, it is incredible.
I agree, but the thing is, you
Sorry,
need a good computer. No, go ahead. You need a good computer to make MSFS worth it, in my opinion. Mine looks good, but will never look as good, as pretty, and as smooth as yours. And with the specs I have right now, whereas X-Plane, I can fly full aircraft into custom scenery during events with traffic, and it will still be fine.
Yeah.
No stutters, no anything. And the other thing that is also very, very good with X-Plane, and that's unbeatable, is default scenery. I can go wherever I want in the world without giving a damn about the scenery, because I know I'll have something almost perfectly up to date, and that's very good looking and very usable, which MSFS does not have, and that's a massive plus, especially when you use it in conjunction with like JetCard and stuff, where they give you random routings to random airports. You don't need to go like, oh wait, my experience is going to be crap on the ground because I don't know what it's going to look like. In an X-plane, just boot the thing up, start your flight, fly the plane, and you arrive, and it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, like I think now in saying that, I mean Microsoft have of course looked at the idea of going down the route of the community scenery stuff. We just haven't got there yet, the community gateway, and that would fix a lot of issues. I think giving the users, I mean that's how X-Plane does it. They just update airports based on the community gateway where they update them. That's badly needed, I think, in Microsoft Flight Sim. Plus all the assets that Microsoft Flight Sim have now, they're really starting to show their age. If you were to look at any of the new glider airports that came in 2024 and some of the Gaia ones, they're excellent. No issue at all with those. But some of the other kind of just default airports, I mean, the taxiways are a mess. Buildings look terrible. They look shocking at night time. I agree with you. X-Plane has huge advantages there from its accuracy on the ground. And of course, you use something like the map enhancement mod with X-Plane. It kind of drags it kicking and screaming. I've always said X-Plane has done a great job from the horizon up, and then very kind of close scenery, as in airports or buildings and all this kind of stuff. But as I said, yeah, I'm just having some performance issues with it, but I'll figure it out. I'll jump into it next week. Just to see how it all behaves, because I haven't flown it in ages,
If you were to go bang for buck, I mean, which software, X-Plane or MS, would give you, I suppose, the best support, in terms of
bang for buck, X-Plane. No question.
In terms of add-ons and the community.
No, I mean, it depends, right? X-Plane for a lot of people is their number one sim. It depends what you're looking for in a sim. Microsoft Flight Sim out of the box is greatly superior in a number of areas, right? X-Plane out of the box is greatly superior in other areas. They both have their strengths and weaknesses. I think from a community thing, though, the likes of group flights, the likes of, VF4 out of the box, Microsoft Flight Sim, nothing gets close to it. Because even with X-Plane, if you're using the default scenery and stuff, you just don't have the same realism, if you like, in terms of the visual simulation. The default aircraft in X-Plane are quite good because they use their own their flight model. It's displayed element theory, which, to be fair, Microsoft do a little bit of that because they use the rails, plus they use a bit of CFD and all this, and the flight modeling is getting better. Some people prefer one versus the other. I really think it depends on the type of flying you want to do. I think X-Plane has always been, and it still is, it's more of like almost an engineer's platform based on aviation. Do you know what I mean? Like where Microsoft is, yeah, there's gamify settings in it, right? Which you can do in X-Plane. But I think X-Plane focuses a little bit more on the engineering side. Its physics are very dynamic. It depends on the aircraft, though. I mean, if I were to say, look, what aircraft is better? Is the Phoenix A320 better aircraft than the Tolus A380 or A320 over an X-Plane? Yeah. No, I would say.
That's what you want for it.
I would say Phoenix all day, every day. However, flight modeling that you get in X-Plane, because I think Austin even built his own A320 flight model, pilots would prefer the handling characteristics of the aircraft that little bit more in X-Plane, rather than the Phoenix. And yet we all love the Phoenix,
Yeah, but just to answer the question, in my opinion, if you're really going bang for buck, X-Plane is going to be the better one, because the amount of community add-ons that are incredible, both visually and aircraft-wise. I mean, if you're to compare default 737 MSFS against Zibo 737.
Well, you can't do that now, Clem. Zibo is not it's not a default aircraft, as in that's a community project. That'd be like saying the fly-by-wire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's still bang for buck. You're not paying for it.
Well, you can say the same with the fly-by-wire.
Yeah, you could. But I guess you could, yeah. But the amount of free stuff in X-Plane that the community's done is just incredible.
It's huge. And like flightsim.to, we see a lot of the scenery stuff there, and it's great that we have so many creators there, but the X-Plane side of it, there's a ton of stuff. But I think you know, it's a great discussion. We could literally talk about this till the cows come home, which sim is better. I think if you're passionate about flight simulation and you're serious about it, and you have the scope, you have the ability, as Larry says in the chat, have both. Have both. You know.
Yeah. And you can judge for yourself then, you know.
Yep.
Different tools for different flights, right? I mean, you know, the Hotstar Challenger is.
The other day, I dropped into a chat, and the toxicity still between X-Plane supporters and Microsoft is quite saddening to see.
It is. And do you know what I find, Dougal?
I had to step away because I couldn't bear it.
Yeah, like unfortunately, there's a lot of gatekeeping on X-Plane. Because there's this kind of chip in the shoulder. Oh, you're coming from Microsoft Flight Sim, you're not worthy. There is a bit of that, and it's a shame. I mean, X-Plane needs more people to get into there. It's going to help the developers, the third-party developers as well. But yeah, it's an unfortunately, it is a thing. But that's not to say, you know, I mean, I have both sims, right? Predominantly, I'm going to be on Microsoft Flight Sim because I adore this sim and I'm loving the direction they're taking it. At the same time, though, I keep a very close eye on X-Plane. And with X-Plane 12, okay, they broke a heap of stuff, but now they're making it better and better and better. Like I started creating content on X-Plane, right? Because that was, without doubt, the best sim available. And that was long before I thought of these group flights and, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's a great discussion to see what's good and what isn't, or what you prefer versus what you don't. I mean, with Clem flying an X-Plane, and I know Larry does the odd time as well, it's so refreshing because you get a different perspective of a flight. We're going to be blown away by the sheer visuals coming in here into Tokyo. But from Clem's perspective, well, he gets a taste of that, but maybe the airplane for him feels so much alive, he doesn't really have time to look out the window. They're two very different experiences, but they'll both put a smile on your face, you know?
Yeah. Very true, yeah.
You know. Anyway, listen, I have to go. I have to land this plane. Wish me luck. I'll come back to you in a few minutes.
See ya.
God bless.
Look. Right, now, it's all happening now. How are we getting on? We're at 8,000. Now, I'm on the star. What altitude? 8,000. So far, so good. Zoom in my map. Our lights are on. Speed is coming down nicely. And we'll see what we're going to do. Break a leg, yeah. X-Plane has incredible E-jets, yes. Although the pricing wasn't great, I think, for some, do you know? But yeah, like, I won't... I can't entertain someone saying this sim is better. It's a mad discussion to have. Both offer us, as, you know, flight sim enthusiasts, different options. Right? I can sit in X-Plane and go, oh my god, this is beyond crap visually, but it might fly nice, or the sounds mightn't be great, or the scenery is terrible. I can do the same in flight sim. You can do the same. Do you know what I mean? It's great that we have the option, and I'm more about, well, sure, have both if you can, you know, and you know, as the overall user base, a lot of folks don't know X-Plane. They might be aware of it, but maybe they haven't spent considerable time in it. And I think that'll be a good thing overall for the community, because there are certain elements of X-Plane that would complement Microsoft Flight Sim to no end. There's a ton of stuff in Microsoft Flight Sim that would complement X-Plane to no end. Do you know what I mean? But it's pretty cool. And this is where, again, leading back into your SayIntentions, your on-air, they work with both platforms, which is great. It means we can still do group flights like this if you're on X-Plane. And the replay is friggin' awesome. Yes, the replay tool. Infinite flight is better. Come on, Energizer! Do I use DCS at all? I have DCS. I have flown in it a little bit with the C-130. But I haven't done it in ages. You know, DCS is incredible as well. There's aspect of both sims I like and dislike. X-Plane's UI is way more responsive and polished. Agree, Larry, yeah, 100%. Eamon says 100% Murph, although I prefer Microsoft Flight Sim, both are great. Yeah, Microsoft Flight Sim, this is my absolute favorite. If you told me, Murph, you can only pick one, what's it going to be? It's going to be Microsoft Flight Sim all day, every day, right? But that's not to say you cannot have an amazing experience in X-Plane. We'll do some X-Plane next week. I got to do X-Plane next Thursday anyway. We'll do it on air because there's a Just Flight aircraft I want to have a look at, the DR400. That was a super plane when it came out back in the day, and it was just fun to fly. But a lot of people, when they see X-Plane, they're like, yeah, you know. And then others, they just know, well, it has a lot of capability, you know. But we're in a wonderful time when you think about it. We have two excellent simulator platforms, and DCS is there as well if you're into the combat stuff. It is incredible. I couldn't afford to pay for X-Plane. I can't get Microsoft Flight Sim through... Oh wait, you can get Microsoft Flight Sim through Game Pass. Andy, keep an eye out for the sales. I think X-Plane 12 was on Steam there for like $30 a while ago. Right? Map enhancement is brilliant, yeah. I was actually messing around with map enhancement for Flight Sim. I was pleasantly surprised. We'll do some more science on that over the coming days. How are we looking here, lads? This is going to get real interesting soon. The aircraft is configured. We are set up. 212 knots. 210 is our restriction. We're at 8,000 for the moment. I'm going to go out of VNAV. We're going to hold our speed back to 200 knots. Right? And let's see what happens here. Clem, I talk very enthusiastically about X-Plane because this is where my love of flying and first simming experience came from. And I'm so glad I got back into it. But in the end, I now fly both. They both have the pros and cons, and I cannot say this enough. Fly what you like. All I ask for people is to respect the people that fly in other sims. 100%. 100%. I mean, it's like, what, you only fly the default airplanes? What's wrong with you? Oh yeah, well, I only fly the most expensive ones. It's a ridiculous argument. Do what makes you happy. And as I said, you can have incredible experiences on both sims. You know? Muse! Stop stirring the pot. I'll be back on DCS when they release the Typhoon. Nice. Oldest nephew is getting time in Nest Aviation 737 Sim. Oh, nice. Like, we've done X-Plane on these VATSIM Thursdays. We flew the 747 Classic. We flew the 75. You know, incredible experiences. Amazing. And then Microsoft Flight Sim, we've done the majority of them. And I love it. Gatekeeping is silly. Yeah, no, but that's where the problem is. There's a lot of gatekeeping. Right, one notch of flaps. We're still at 8,000. Eddie is our waypoint. And then it's going to be a hard right. We're still on approach. You should fly the 733 or the CL. Yeah, well, we flew the we've flown the Challenger a couple of times. I only fly in GTA. Man, MacMancer. I want to I wouldn't mind doing a flight in the 757 soon, just to get me used to the 75 again, as we await Bluebird. Also, there's a decent Concorde over there, the Colomata Concorde, if you're into Concordes, you know. Ben Chico, this is the iFly 737. Okay, down to 4,000.
Firefly 235, descend altitude 4,000 feet, cleared for the ILS Zulu runway 34 right approach, via Cream.
Descend to altitude 4,000 feet, cleared for the ILS Zulu approach, runway 34 right, via Cream, Firefly 235. You're loving the A220? Yeah, sorry, I thought it was really good. Clem, I'd love to do that. Clem, we'll have to organise a shared cockpit flight. I think yourself and Larry did it before. But yeah, I would love to do that. Where are we at now? Speed coming down, brakes are out. Let's see what happens. Hoping PMDG have a birthday sale this weekend. Tempted to pick up the 777 freighter. Freighter's really good too. You flew with Adam a few times. Oh, yeah. You flew with Adam. Yeah, Clem, we'll have to do that for a Thursday night, buddy. I'd love to. I did a shared cockpit flight with ailerons, and we just broke our ass laughing the whole flight. It was so much fun, you know. As a casual simmer, I like to fly the default Vision Jet and TBM. Roll Tide, both are excellent aircraft. And there's nothing wrong with flying default aircraft. I still say the Cessna 172 in Flight Sim 2020 was very, very good. Flight modelling, handling, it was a very, very good airplane. The WB Sim one just gave it that extra bit of oomph, you know? Like, default aircraft are very good. Some of them are excellent. I think we have a lot of very high quality third party add-ons now. When you consider A2A, when you consider Black Square on the general aviation side, even any builds with the F406. And then you look at any builds, you look at iFly, you look at PMDG, Phoenix. There are so many good airliners now. And even Brian saying earlier on, like, where's all the GA stuff? We still do GA. That's the very core of our community. But we have so many decent tube liners now, and they are genuinely enjoyable to fly. Not here next week, but we can organise it. Yeah, 100% Clem. Yeah, I think next week is Manchester. Alright, our speed kind of shot up on us a little bit, so we're going to be at 4,000 here at Cream. We have the city in the distance. We're getting really good performance here, by the way. So far, so good. No stutters. Get our speed down. Let's go back to about 170 knots. We're going to go flaps 2. And this is where it gets very interesting. ILS approach. We need to capture the localizer at... Is it 5,000 feet? No, it's not. 4,000, 4,000. Okay, we stay at 4,000. Interesting. Will we capture this at 4,000? Interesting. Alright, speed coming down. Let's go flaps 5. Quick checking our plate. This is where we're coming in. Then we're going to be doing a right turn. And then we're straight in, lads. Good performance into 220. Nice one, Febro. Yeah, Febro. I flew the 220 the other day. I really enjoyed it. Okay, we had one like humdinger of a bug, but overall, beautiful plane, man. Gorgeous. All right, let's have a look at what we're doing. Flaps 5, speed checked 170. Local altimeter is set. We already got the ATIS. And let's see what happens. Yeah, 154 coming in, yeah. Alright, we're looking good. Camel is our next waypoint. Then we have Decel. Are we all the way in here? We are. ILS Zulu. I'm unsure. I'll go ahead and hit the owl approach button. FM. Runway approach, tune, disagree. Oh, balls. ILS Zulu. Oh, balls. Murphy, you Egypt. It's 3-4 right. 3-4 right. He's in. 3-4 right. What's the frequency?
Look at this big Egypt.
Up. Frequency is 1089. Balls. 1089. 1089. ILS 1089er. Oof. ILS 1089er. Oof. Final course 337. Right, we're all right. She's okay now. Approach. Runway approach tune, disagree. It's not. We're tuned in correctly. 1089, 1089. She be grand.
Can I get a refund?
There's no refunds. Shag off.
Yeah. We're going the wrong way.
I pressed the wrong button. ILS 3.
235, contact Tokyo Tower on 118.1, crossing Kakao.
Contact Tokyo Tower 1181, crossing Kakao, Firefly 235. We're on the ILS Zulu for 34 right. Interesting. It's armed. Let's see what happens. Three, 4 right anyway, lads. We're going to hand fly this one. Alright. We got the aircraft. Nose down a little bit. Watch your speed. Flaps 10. Gear coming down. We're a little high. We'll fix this. Tower, Firefly 235. We're inbound. Runway 34 right.
Firefly 235, Tokyo Tower, runway 34 right, wind 140 at 5, clear to land.
Clear to land, 34 right, Firefly 235. Don't forget you can set the EFB to auto-tune the frequencies. Yeah, I need to check out in the plane why I made such a mess, but sure, look, we'll hand fly it in. We can see our glide slope, we can see everything we need to see here. Alright, we're clear to land. Look at the state of that city in front of us. Watch your speed coming in. Stay on the glide. A little bit of decel. Flaps 15. Disappear this little guy because I need to see what I'm doing. Watch your speed. Back onto the glide.
2500.
Airport. 34 right. We're a little bit off. Stay on the glide a bit there, Murph. Speed's coming down nicely. Let's go flaps 25. We need to go left a bit. Easy now. Yeah, we have a little bit of a tailwind here, 8 knots. Man, what a huge city. This is gorgeous. Spoilers armed. Gears down. Speed's coming down nicely. Flaps 30. Back on the glide, we're a little bit low. That's looking a bit better. Easy now. All right. So far, so good. The Pappy are happy. We're slightly above the glide. Speed is good.
Approaching
1000.
runway 34 right.
This is cool the way you cross the other runway, isn't it? This is a handcrafted airport as well, lads. It's available in the sim as it is. Friggin' deadly, isn't it? Can we do it? Yes. Can we land the plane without causing an international thing? Well, you're very high.
Right.
Yeah, down. Flaps full. Nose down there now a little bit, Jemima. See? That's better. Back on that glide. 140. This is looking nice.
400.
There's back on the glide. There's a touchdown zone. Bit of traffic on the ground.
Approaching minimums.
There's a threshold.
200 minimums.
Continue. Get around the center
100.
line. Watch your speed.
50. 40, 30,
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
777.
10, 5,
Oof. 221. We'll take every bit of it. Watch the center. Watch the nose. Speed brake deployed. Reversers. Reversers green. Decel. Charlie 9. Charlie 9.
235, welcome to Tokyo. Contact ground on 122.075.
Contact ground on 122.075, Firefly 235. Alright. Let's clear it to the runway. Ground, Firefly 235, vacated the runway, Charlie 10. Alright. Spoilers in. Let's tidy up.
Firefly 235, Tokyo ground, taxi to Terminal 2, Gate 54 via Charlie 10, Echo 10, good day.
Taxi Terminal 2, Gate 54 via Charlie 10, Echo 10, Firefly 235. See ya. Excellent. Because we told this where we were going to park as well. Isn't that absolutely deadly? Right, APU is coming on. Strobes, bring them off. APU, that's what we want. Quick check out the windows. We're not going to hit anything or anyone. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So here is Charlie 10, Echo 10, and we're parking up here on the left-hand side. Somewhere there, right? What do I use to show the landing rate? It's part of Flow Pro. It's in there. 777, timing was off. Poor old devil. Tubby, thanks for that, bud. Alright, so 54. 55, 54. Is there an aircraft on the stand? No, we're looking good. Get rid of our taxi lights. We don't want to blind them. We'll go over to gate 54. We'll make our turn here. Try not to scrub the tires.
Airpeach 859er, contact tower on 118.1.
Over the tower, Airpeach 859er.
Easy now. That was such a very nice fight.
Hello there.
Good man, Clem. Easy now. Don't be giving Fibro ideas. Alright, whole station, parking brake on. Parking brake set. Lovely hurdling. And let's have a look here for the ramp. Ramp 119er. Cockpit to ground. Please go ahead, connect the jetway, the GPU, and start deboarding. Alright, APU. Bleed's coming on. Jen's coming on.
Roger, jetway and GPU are being connected. Deboarding is a cabin crew service and cannot be done by ground.
Very good. We'll try that again. Cockpit to ground, please go ahead, connect the jetway and connect the GPU. We can start unloading.
Roger, jetway and GPU are being connected. Deboarding is a cabin crew service and cannot be done by ground.
Fair enough. This should work. Then again, I could have broke this earlier on, so you know what I mean? Yeah, there's a good chance. What's this now? Request tow, request progressive. Do you know what's wrong here? It probably doesn't know the facility. That's what's wrong. It doesn't know what it is. So that's not a limitation of SayIntentions. That's a limitation of GSX. It needs the profile to be able to do half the stuff. You know what I mean? But we're grand. Don't need him. We want him. We want him. Go ahead, proper chocks in. And they will start deboarding the aircraft. Excellent. Let's go to doors. Get our doors. Cargo, aft. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Murphy, you need to call the cabin crew for deboarding. Yeah. We're in. All is well in the realm. Man, that was some flight. That was absolutely deadly. Asher, how are you, men?
Hey, that fella's back again.
That was a gorgeous flight, wasn't it?
It was grand.
We'll have to do that again. Like, that scenery and the weather and everything. It was just, that was incredible. I really enjoyed that.
Murph, you might want to try and get a flight out of Haneda if they're using the 16s.
Oh yeah, that'd be friggin' awesome. Yeah.
Could you take off, head basically to the other side of the bay, and then do a 270 degree turn and head off southwest?
Really?
While climbing.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll have to give that a shot. We'll have to come back here. No, do we have to come back here now? It's been agreed.
Okay, noted. I'll put it on the list.
So next week, Naughty, we're off to the UK, Manchester to fair Verona.
We are indeed. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a request from Clem, and he's not going to be here. But yeah, I can only do so much with the planning. But yes, next week, Manchester over to Verona. So yeah, should be good fun, and I should hopefully get some decent ATC. There's usually someone around Manchester area of an evening, so we'll see how we get on.
That's going to be nice. The following week, then it's Berlin, Brandenburg over to Tivat. TVAT, that approach in there is stunning.
Absolutely crackers, that one. Yeah, last minute turns and mountains either side of you. It's great. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Right. Well, lads, massive thanks and congratulations for completing the flight tonight. That was pretty cool from SayIntentions.
For those that did.
Say again?
For those that did, because I got a CTD.
You're joking.
Well, you know what? I had a right night. I took off. Autopilot wouldn't engage, so I hand flew to the top of descent. Literally the entire flight was being hand flown. And then I got a CTD. And I've had 3 driver crashes since then, restarting my computer. Something's weird at the moment, and it's been fine for 2 weeks.
Driver timeout issue, is it?
Yep.
What aircraft are you flying?
Contrail Falcon 50. And it's been fine. I've been flying it for the last week and a half. No problems at all. And I logged back into Flight Sim, took off again. AP engaged perfectly. Made no sense whatsoever.
Are you sure you're not a Murphy? Right? Murphy's Law.
I could be. Yeah, I very much could be. I don't know. It's been fine all week. I've done tons of flights in it. VATSIM, not VATSIM, you name it. And tonight it just computer didn't want to play at all.
Oh. And what a flight. Well, we'll have to do this again because it is absolutely incredible. Flying around Tokyo, it's incredible in the sim. And the weather turned out far nicer here than I thought. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's lovely.
You know. But yeah, so next week, total change of scenery. It's going to be Manchester over to Verona. And the plan is for, we should get VATSIM coverage, I would think, which would be grand. But no, lads, I really appreciate you flying. Great to see everyone flying, and for all the new folks coming in to figure out what's what. It's just incredible to see. So yeah, awesome stuff. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks a million for flying with us, lads, and good luck.
Yep. Super. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Good luck. That was friggin' absolutely savage. That was just a great flight. And as I say, with SayIntentions, they threw us a curveball. They gave us a different clearance coming in. We had to stand by to take down the information. They gave us a totally different approach, and it handled it absolutely brilliantly. Couldn't get the aircraft set up properly for the approach, so I need to do a bit of reading into that as to, what happened with the devil, right? MDA, good morning, buddy. Hope you're well. Look at the state of this, man. This is Tokyo in the sim, isn't it? This is just unbelievable. It's incredible. And I keep saying, I think Neil gave me a flight plan for here. We need to go back for choppers because it is insane, isn't it? I mean, look at the size of this place. Isn't that absolutely just jaw-droppingly insane? I mean, this is the power of photogrammetry when they get decent data. And it's all about Microsoft getting access to that data, Do you know what I mean? And it's just class. It's absolutely class. So yeah, so much fun flying with everyone tonight. For those who flew on VATSIM, well done. For those who flew with SayIntentions, well done. Again, we'll plan some content now to go through the setup tutorial stuff. Just make sure you grab SayIntentions. A free account will do for groupie. I do think though, once you start kind of experiencing what it's like to fly with SayIntentions, it's one of those things now. You're just going to be like, yeah, okay, it's what is it? It's about the price of Netflix, right? Because it's just incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Plus, I'm going to try and plan a couple of giveaways and stuff as well. But yeah, look at the state of this. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely amazing, the detail. But anyway, lads, we're back to you tomorrow night. We're flying in a DC-3 tomorrow night, celebrating the re-release and the update, of course, of our beloved Firefly Air livery. And tomorrow night's flight, I'm so excited for this one because we just happen to be going to somewhere absolutely breathtaking. We're flying in California and we're going to head on over to Catalina, the airport in the sky. And we get to fly in a DC-3 as well. This is going to be gorgeous. Shout out to Cyrus, who has updated the livery. It's available over on our website if you want to go ahead and grab it. Also, the Duckworks mod for the DC-3 works very, very well with this aircraft. But Cyrus just did an absolute incredible job. I wasn't even expecting this. He had to turn it around in days. It was nuts. And to celebrate that and his efforts, we got to fly it on one of the most iconic routes that the DC-3s flew. Do you know? Dougal used to anchor the boat at Catalina. Yeah, man, it's a special place. It really is. And it's a challenge to get out there as well. So we're going to be dealing with, Californian scenery. We're looking at Fresno down in towards LA and then tip on out to Catalina. It is absolutely jaw-droppingly gorgeous. So kick off tomorrow, 1900 Zulu time. That's what we're doing. And this is the aircraft we're doing it in. If you don't know your way around a DC-3, I'll go through a full startup with this aircraft. I adore this airplane. And no harm getting a bit of practice in now. We will be doing Operation Market Garden, a commemorative flight that'll be happening in September. So plenty of scope to start learning this aircraft as we do that again. But lads, I want to thank you so much indeed for tuning in on this Thursday night. We're back to you tomorrow at 1900 Zulu, and I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. So we shall see you tomorrow. Until then, take it fierce handy now and enjoy the evening. And we'll see you tomorrow. Good luck. Holy crap. Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. We're going in, that's it. There's no turning back at this stage. Jesus, mind the bears. Look at this big Aegis. Oh no, we're actually dying. Quick, get out. Oh no, we're Jesus. Oh. Lads are over there, so we'll have to do a bit of a chicane here. Mother of Jesus, give out.
What the hell? I'm somersaulting, here.
Did you just see what happened to give? Are you in the drink? You ended up in the
water. This is possible.
Did you just see what? Straight away. Do you like me, Podge and Raj? You ever see Podge and Raj? Did you?
I've all me own teeth. That's the back of me sack.
Jesus, I didn't think you'd say that. Right, anyway, that's enough of them. Right, we'll get into it anyway, will we? Come on over here with but the mod control from a viewer perspective, it makes the whole thing quite negative, doesn't it? When you delete, you're sitting there and you're thinking, Jesus, this is painful to watch. This is like watching the end of Glen Rowe or personalised.
I'm sorry, did you just say orgy food?
Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. Oh no, I made a terrible mistake. She looks like your man. Oh no, it's a him. Oh Jesus. It looked like your one, Katie Taylor. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a great fight and then I boxed the head off him.